Today we delve into the annals of ancient Greece, to the birthplace of one of the most formidable military powers in history, Sparta. Imagine yourself standing in the heart of an expansive valley, the Eurotas, surrounded by the rugged beauty of Laconia in the southeastern Peloponnese. The land is fertile, rich with olive groves and vineyards, a testament to the abundance provided by nature. This is where our journey begins, in the cradle of Sparta. Sparta wasn't born out of the blue, though. Its roots are deeply entrenched in a past that goes back to the 9th century BC. Picture a time when the Mycenaean civilization was waning, and a new wave of settlers was making its way to the Greek peninsula. These were the Dorians, a people of Indo-European origin, who would go on to establish what we now know as Sparta. Born in the rugged landscapes of Laconia, Spartans were raised to be warriors from their earliest years. They were not just born into a society, they were born into a way of life, one that revolved around strength, discipline, and resilience. A key part of this Spartan way of life was the agoge, a rigorous education and training program. At the tender age of 7, Spartan boys were taken from their families and enrolled into this institution. Here they were not taught to read or write, but to fight, survive, and above all, to be loyal to Sparta. The agoge was not merely a school, it was a crucible, molding boys into warriors, shaping their bodies and minds to endure hardship and overcome adversity. The Spartan societal structure was as unique as it was harsh. Men were primarily warriors, their lives dedicated to the service of Sparta. This was not a choice, but a duty, a responsibility passed down from father to son. From the moment they could walk, Spartan boys were taught the art of war. They trained with weapons, learned tactics, and were drilled in the values of courage, loyalty, and discipline. Women, on the other hand, were the bearers of warriors. They were expected to be strong, both physically and mentally, to bear and raise the next generation of Spartan warriors. Spartan women were given a level of respect and freedom not often seen in other ancient societies. They were educated, allowed to own property, and were known for their outspokenness. Life in Sparta was not about luxury or indulgence. It was about survival and service. Spartans lived in simple houses, ate simple meals, and wore simple clothing. They valued strength over beauty, discipline over desire, and duty over personal ambition. This was a society where the weak were not merely shunned, they were discarded. There was no room for the frail in Sparta, but this harsh way of life had its purpose. It was not about cruelty or heartlessness, but about creating an invincible military force. The Spartans were not just warriors, they were a living, breathing fortress, a wall of shields and spears that no enemy could breach, and it worked. For centuries, Sparta was one of the most powerful city-states in ancient Greece. Its warriors were feared and respected, their names synonymous with courage and strength. They fought against overwhelming odds, stood their ground when others fled, and often they emerged victorious. Life in Sparta was a testament to resilience and discipline, shaping the Spartans into an invincible military force. It was a life of hardship and sacrifice, but also of glory and honor. For the Spartans, it was not just a way of life, it was the only way to live. A warrior is only as good as his weapon, and the Spartans were no exception. Let's delve into the Spartan Armoury, a fascinating collection of weapons that were the backbone of this formidable fighting force. The Spartan panoply, a term used to describe a complete suit of armor, was a sight to behold. It included the dory, the xiphos, and the aspis, each weapon serving a unique purpose in the heat of battle. The dory, or spear, was the primary weapon of a Spartan warrior. Light, yet deadly, it was about 7 to 9 feet in length, with a leaf-shaped iron spearhead at one end and a bronze butt spike at the other. This dual-ended design was practical on the battlefield. If the spearhead were to break in combat, the Spartan could flip the dory and continue the fight with the butt spike. A Spartan warrior's dory was more than a weapon. It was a trusted ally. Next in the Spartan arsenal was the xiphos, a short, double-edged iron sword. This was the secondary weapon, used when the dory was no longer viable. The xiphos was about 2 feet long, making it perfect for close-quarters combat. Its leaf-shaped design allowed for both slashing and thrusting attacks, a versatility that proved invaluable on the battlefield. Last, but certainly not least, was the aspis, the Spartan shield. This was not just a defensive tool, it was a weapon in its own right. The aspis was round, about 3 feet in diameter, and made from layers of wood covered in a thin sheet of bronze. It was said that a Spartan's aspis was his most prized possession, and to lose it in battle was the ultimate dishonor. Now, crafting these weapons was no small feat. It required skill, patience, and a deep understanding of materials and techniques. The Spartans used a mix of bronze, iron, and wood in their weapons, each chosen for its unique properties. Bronze was strong and resilient, perfect for the spearhead and the exterior of the shield. Iron was hard and sharp, ideal for the short sword. Wood was light and sturdy, used in the body of the spear and the core of the shield. The craftsmanship involved in creating these weapons was truly remarkable. The blacksmiths, or chalcioi, were highly respected in Spartan society. They worked tirelessly, hammering, bending, and shaping raw materials into deadly tools of war. Each weapon was carefully crafted, not only to withstand the rigors of battle, but also to fit the warrior's hand like a glove. In the hands of a Spartan, these weapons were not mere tools of war, but extensions of their own indomitable spirit. Each piece of the Spartan panoply tells a story of a society that valued strength, courage, and skill. A society where the warrior and his weapon were one, inseparable in the face of the enemy, and that, my friends, is the true power of the Spartan Armoury. The Spartans were not just formidable for their weapons, but for their innovative tactics on the battlefield. When it comes to Spartan battle tactics, one cannot overlook the famed phalanx formation. The phalanx was a military formation where soldiers stood shoulder to shoulder in a tight rectangular grid, which was usually 8 men deep. This formation was like a human tank, with soldiers' shields interlocking to form a wall and their spears projecting outwards, ready to strike. More than just a wall of shields and spears, the phalanx was a testament to the Spartans' discipline and unity. Each Spartan knew his place in the formation and trusted his comrades to protect his flank. This unity was their strength, turning the phalanx into a moving fortress that could advance, retreat, and pivot almost as one entity. The success of a phalanx relied heavily on discipline and cohesion. A single break in the formation could lead to disaster, turning a once impenetrable wall into an easy target. The Spartans understood this and trained relentlessly to ensure that each man knew his role and could execute it flawlessly. The discipline of the Spartan warriors extended beyond the battlefield. They lived by a code of honor and duty, and their entire society was geared towards producing warriors who were as mentally tough as they were physically. This discipline allowed them to maintain their formation under the most stressful conditions where other armies might break and run. The unity and discipline of the Spartans were not just about physical formation or martial prowess. They were about a mindset, a way of life that valued the group over the individual and victory over personal glory. This mindset made them a force to be reckoned with, a force that dominated the battlefields of ancient Greece. But the Spartan phalanx was not invincible. It had its weaknesses, and clever enemies could exploit them. Yet even in defeat, the Spartans' discipline and unity shone through, as they would rather die than break formation and flee. With their innovative tactics and unyielding discipline, the Spartans dominated the battlefields of ancient Greece. The Spartan civilization may have vanished in the sands of time, but its legacy endures. As we delve into the legacy of ancient Sparta, it's clear that the city-state's influence has spanned centuries, leaving an indelible mark on the world. The Spartan military model, renowned for its discipline, strategy, and tenacity, has inspired countless modern military tactics. In fact, the concept of the professional standing army, a staple in today's global defense structures, can trace its roots back to Sparta. The Spartans were among the first to maintain a full-time army, ready to march at a moment's notice. This model has since been adopted universally, shaping the way nations prepare for and engage in warfare. Spartan discipline, another cornerstone of their military prowess, is echoed in the rigorous training regimens of today's elite military units. From the Navy SEALs to the British SAS, the spirit of Spartan endurance lives on. The Spartans' belief in the power of resilience, both physical and mental, is echoed in the intense endurance tests that modern soldiers must conquer. Moving beyond the battlefield, the Spartans' legacy permeates popular culture, painting a picture of heroic warriors unyielding in the face of adversity. This romanticized image of the Spartan warrior has been immortalized in countless films, novels, and video games. From the iconic 300, which tells the tale of King Leonidas and his brave 300 warriors, to the Assassin's Creed Odyssey video game set in the Peloponnesian War, the Spartans have become a symbol of courage and determination. They've been transformed into legendary heroes, their stories told and retold, captivating audiences worldwide. Yet it's important to remember that while the Spartans are often romanticized, their society was far from perfect. They were a civilization built on warfare and conquest, with a society structured around maintaining their military might. Their harsh societal norms and practices, such as the agoge, the brutal training regime for young boys, are often overlooked in favor of their military achievements. But despite these complexities, or perhaps because of them, the Spartans continue to fascinate us. They embody a paradox that resonates with the human psyche, a blend of brutality and nobility, of raw power and disciplined strategy, of human resilience and the inevitability of fate. From the rugged landscapes of Laconia to the silver screens of Hollywood, the Spartans continue to captivate us with their indomitable spirit. The legacy of Sparta, steeped in both triumph and tragedy, continues to echo through the ages, a testament to a civilization that, in its own harsh way, strived for excellence and left an enduring mark on the world. The Spartan civilization may have vanished, but its spirit, its lessons, and its legends live on, etched into the annals of history and the hearts of those who find inspiration in their tale. From the rugged landscapes of Laconia to the silver screens of Hollywood, the Spartans continue to captivate us with their indomitable spirit. From their origins to their battle tactics, the Spartans have left an indelible mark on history. Born in the rugged lands of Sparta, they crafted a culture centered around resilience and unity. Their arms and armors, forged with precision, were a testament to their military prowess. Their battle strategies, shaped by their fierce warrior spirit, have been studied and admired through the ages. In the annals of history, the Spartans stand as a testament to the power of discipline, resilience, and unity, a civilization that was truly built to last.